The following program is rated MA and may contain themes that may not be appropriate for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hip-hop, trendsetters, the school of hard knocks and that attitude ever. Yeah, I just wanted to be one of the best. Holding the mic as I'm yelling out D-Generation X. I will remember it. I'll never forget it. We come a pretty long way. There's so much I can say. It's never really gone away.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday night time for Monday Night Raw and the Raw Patrol. It is me, Chris Best, and OMD. We got Raw coming to us from Germany once again.
Yes, Dusseldolf, Germany.
And we're taking a look at everything that took place last week as we saw Becky Lynch win her championship cleanly.
Yes. Yes.
And now the encounter between, oh yeah, I forgot. This is going to happen tonight.
Yes, it is.
Do you feel that it's too soon for AJ Styles and Gunther?
If this is a one-off, I'm okay with it. But if we're going to get this match later on in the year again for AJ's retirement, then yes, it's too soon.
Because I feel like that they could continue after this. The only assumption I could think of is like maybe we get like a no contest or something like that, and then they encounter each other in the Rumble, and then let's say they encounter each other in the Chamber, then they have their match at Mania.
Right. I know the one thing that everybody was sort of anticipating last week as we were looking at the main event was the return of Chris Jericho, which we did not get. But I'm wondering would that AJ Gunther match be the ideal spot to have a Chris Jericho return tonight?
I don't know, because if it's what I suspect for Chris Jericho, because what I suspect with Chris Jericho is that when he comes to if he is coming to the WWE, that I'm saying that word if.
Yes.
I think it's his last hurrah.
Right.
And if they are doing this whole Gunther retires legends thing, that's where I think it could go to.
Right.
But as I said in the comments on your show Locker Room Breakdown there, I said I think they're saving some of these returns for the Royal Rumble.
Absolutely they could be. I know we've sort of heard a lot of things, and the Royal Rumble is going to be interesting this year just based on the location. We've sort of heard rumors that don't expect any big surprises or, minimal surprises. I wouldn't be surprised to see somebody like a Jericho make his return in that match or the Raw after. Or do you save something like that for the Raw after WrestleMania?
I mean, those are all strong possibilities right now. As I've got CM Punk walking down the stairs,
Yep,
and now Logan Paul flexing off to the camera and talking to the camera.
yep.
Oh, tag team action: Penta and Dragon Lee against Bronson Reed and Austin Theory tonight.
Yes,
I do like that pairing of Penta and Dragon Lee.
I'm iffy on it. I'm wondering if this should actually be an Austin Theory Logan Paul type of situation, because that is where this started.
It's hard to say, but right now, Javon Evans and Bravo Americano. Did you not notice if you saw Los Americanos walking in the building? Did you not see the Creed brothers and Ivy Niles hiding behind them?
I did not actually.
Yeah, they were. And first time ever, Gunther and AJ Styles. I get a feeling this is going to be our main event tonight.
I do too. And I'm really not surprised by it, given the caliber of the two men in the match.
Mm-hmm.
And especially because we are in Germany, which is where Gunther truly made his name in the industry. From everything I was given for information, I was told that our new women's world tag team champions, Rio, are going to kick off Monday Night Raw here tonight.
And you're totally right about that, because Io Sky is on her way to the ring.
Yes, she is.
Not dressed to compete, so obviously we're starting off with a bit of a promo.
Do we get...
Or is Rhea dressed to compete? We'll have to see on that one.
Right.
No, Rhea's not dressed to compete either.
So this is definitely a promo. I'm sure we're going to get some interruption. Do we get that from the Kabuki Warriors? Do we get that from another team?
Well, I mean, Charlotte and Alexa have announced their intentions to go after the titles, and Rhea and Io had granted them a match.
They had. Do we get Charlotte and Alexa tonight, even though they are on SmackDown? Or do we wait on that? Do we get a new tag team like a Bailey and a Lyra who have said they want it? Or do we get the Kabuki Warriors coming out saying, no, we want our rematch?
Or do we get Lash Legend and Nia Jax as well, who have also been gunning for the women's tag titles?
Right? Judgment Day. Whichever pairing of the Judgment Day. In this case, I'm going to say Liv and Roxanne.
Yeah, because right now Raquel's doing her thing with the women's title.
Yes.
Interesting to note on the ring post, they don't have the video screens.
No, they don't.
All right, so I see Io with a microphone. I see Rhea with a microphone. Let's listen in. Rhea's cadence and when she was announcing the WWE Tag Team Championships gave me New Day vibes. Well, now, one of the teams we mentioned is coming out, and that is Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. I like this. I really do. This is a kind of a fresh feud for both Rhea and Io. And it's sort of fresh in that, I mean, I still feel like we're still trying to recover from Liv and Rhea having their feud a couple years back. And here comes Lyra and Bailey now cementing their claim for the titles. I think, what is this? Every team we mentioned is going to come out?
I have a very funny feeling we're going to get exactly that. I wouldn't be surprised if we see this break down to an 8-woman tag tonight.
I could actually see that. Yeah. I could see the Kabuki Warrior showing up next and then setting up this a possible 8-woman tag.
Or a fatal 4-way?
I mean, Saturday night's main event is themed around a fatal 4-way. Oh, I'm so glad those Bailey chants are back. I love when they sing that song for Bailey. And there's the Kabuki Warriors attacking the champions. Here's another idea. I wonder if this could lead to a triple threat tag team match with the winners receiving the title shot, or do we still see Charlotte and Alexa come out? Because Charlotte and Alexa had already said, we're first in line. We want that shot.
Right. I think we have to go to that triple threat match, but something tells me that we could very easily get that multi-woman or multi-team match at Saturday night's main event or the Rumble.
I still wouldn't mind seeing it go to Elimination Chamber and put them in the chamber.
I'm with you there. And you know, the only one who's missing, because she was released, but we had every former member of Damage Control in the ring, with the exception of course, Dakota Kai.
And now we got Jackie Redmond talking with AJ Styles. Brave words from AJ Styles there, saying he's going to make Gunther tap out.
Yes.
But right now, Javon Evans coming out for the first match of the evening, in which he's going to be taking on Bravo Americano.
Yes. He is the first of all of the call-ups to sign to Monday Night Raw.
And so far, the only one, because Jordan Grace is over on SmackDown. Trick Williams is over there. And we don't know where Oba's going to end up.
Right.
Still. I like how he's still wearing an NXT shirt, though.
Right.
But this match here, Bravo Americano taking on Javon Evans. Expect a barn burner here, folks.
Yep.
And they're still promoting the Finn Balor podcast with Cody Rhodes. I still have to listen to that one. Bruce Pritchard's going to be on 6 Feet Under with The Undertaker. Bailey on What's Your Story with Stephanie McMahon. Ken Golden on Impulsive. I don't know who that is. So, in the Raw recap, available on Tuesdays, so that you know.
Yep.
But I do see 2 podcasts in there that I'd be definitely interested in checking out.
Yep.
Oh, look, we're getting a triple threat number 1 contenders match tonight. For the tag team title, the women's tag team titles.
Yep.
And right now we're in the locker room. Oh, there's Finn Balor. Been a minute since we've seen you, buddy.
And Liv getting into Finn Balor's face saying, "What are you waiting on?"
Well, first of all, Finn wasn't on Raw last week.
No, he wasn't.
And Liv said that Finn was there last week.
Finn may have been there, but we didn't see him. But she's got a point. Like, what are you waiting for? We're not wasting time in going after titles. Raquel's not wasting time. What are you waiting for? Does Finn step up and challenge a Dom? Does Finn step up and challenge CM Punk?
Those are the only men's singles titles he can go for right now, because his tag team partner is still out with that hand injury in JD McDonough.
Right? Or does he convince Dom to team with him to go after the Usos?
You know, I just kind of had a thought there when I mentioned JD and the fact that we know that Raw next week is in Belfast.
Yes.
Maybe JD returns there and they reunite and then challenge the Usos and for the tag titles there.
Right?
Because we know that JD's injury is not, he's not going to be gone long.
Right.
And I think the same was said about Dom's injury too. So,
right. Yes. Dom doesn't have to. Dom not requiring surgery for his shoulder injury, so he was only going to be out limited.
But I think that Dom is using this European tour to take a breather and rest up his shoulder.
Yep. As Bravo missed that jump and took that middle rope very, very awkwardly.
And Javon is just taking it to Bravo, and Bravo's like, he's a little bit lost on what to do.
Right?
Smart move by Bravo to get outside the ring, though, to try and gain some distance. Rayo trying to get involved, though, and so is El Grande Americano.
Right? Yes.
But now that, as I mentioned, with Los Americanos walking in the building, we saw the Creed brothers with Ivy Nile there. I wonder if that's going to tease towards the return of Chad Gable, because we're not far off from him coming back.
No, again, he was another one that was rumored for last week, but would that be another Rumble return?
I could see it, but I could also see him just returning in a backstage segment. And what I think could very well happen is he gets into it with El Grande Americano. I think that's where we're going to go with him.
I think so too. I think
it's going to be a 6-man like the Creed brothers and Chad Gable going after Los Americanos.
Yeah,
because I think Ivy still wants that the women's Intercontinental title.
I'm with you there. I think it is going to be a 6-man. I think you're going to see somebody like Grande step up saying, any 3 men step up and take this on. You'll see the Creeds come out. You'll get the Creeds with a mystery partner.
But right now, Javon Evans trying to mount a comeback, but
Bravo with that quick knee to the gut. But Javon's starting to throw some bombs.
Man, the way Javon hits that top rope when he's making a run off the ropes looks weird.
Right?
But the air he gets when he dives out onto Bravo like that.
Yep.
And I know he's a smaller guy than the guy I'm about to mention, but it gives me Undertaker vibes.
Right.
Because Undertaker used to be able to just dive over that top rope like it was nothing.
Yep.
But this is Javon Evans' first Raw match as an official member of the Raw roster.
Yes, it is. Now, as we are seeing all of these call-ups like a Javon Evans and then, of course, Trick Williams, Jordan Grace, who we've mentioned on SmackDown, we heard a lot about the draft in 2025 that just never materialized. It never happened. Do we stick with these rosters for the remainder of this year, or do we go to that draft later in the year?
I would like a bit of a shakeup, but I would do it after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I would not directly after WrestleMania.
No.
Maybe after Backlash, I would do it.
See, and even then, like, and I'm with you there in that I'd like to see it. I think that's probably still a little too soon. I would maybe say after SummerSlam.
Well, because the reason I say after Backlash is because Backlash is intended as like the rematch pay-per-view for all the people whose WrestleMania feuds didn't come to an end. As Javon Evans takes the win over Bravo. Because you could use the Raw and the SmackDown and even maybe NXT if you want to have all three brands.
Right.
You could do all three of those just on that 1 week and have the draft. And then you start off building towards the next pay-per-view. You could even do it after SummerSlam too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But with SummerSlam now having I think it's Payback now as their SummerSlam Revenge pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Or no, wait, this year Money in the Bank is happening after SummerSlam, isn't it?
I think so.
But right now, Javon Evans is getting assaulted by Los Americanos.
Yes, he is.
Javon's going to dive off that table. Watch. Or no, he's going to dive off the barricade. Or this is where a fourth Americano shows up. Nope, he's going to dive over all of them.
The babyface with the heel tactic to escape everybody.
Yeah, but he does it in a creative way. That's what makes it babyface. He's not sneaking out like under the hey, we got Adam Pearce talking to a referee here.
As now CM Punk is making his way out to the ringside area.
I wasn't able to catch most of what Heyman had to say because I was too busy laughing at Heyman's reaction to Adam Pearce saying, "Paul, I'm not in the mood."
Right.
And the way he said, "And I am," it cracked me up.
Yes.
But it seems that Adam Pearce is trying to figure out where Braun Breaker is.
Yes, because Braun Breaker has yet to arrive at the arena. As we look outside the arena here in Dusseldorf, Germany, ladies and gentlemen.
That was RHEA they were looking at.
Oh, okay. We invite you to take a look at how you can help us.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, and we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you have ever wanted your break in podcasting, content creation, a potential collaboration, or just to help us out behind the scenes, turnbucklestudios.org is the place to be for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs. Meet the team: Chris Best, myself, Bubba Duke, Chris Parrish, and Carl Carafell. Get all of our socials, watch our latest weekly live episodic shows. Under the host section, hit the join button. Send us your credentials. Tell us how you can help us, how you feel we can help you, and we can sit down as a collective and figure it out. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, click the shop button, head over to carlcarafell.redbubble.com. Support your favorite shows, support your favorite podcasters. All of your proceeds there come back into our studios to deliver you a better experience. Turnbucklestudios.org, ladies and gentlemen, for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs.
And right now, CM Punk is making his way to the ring. I gotta wonder. I get a feeling Braun Breaker does show up here, but I think we may even find out, because I think this week should be the time that we find out who CM Punk faces at the Rumble.
I think so.
If he's even having a title match at the Rumble. For all we know,
Right.
he could be doing a title match at Saturday night's main event.
He very well could. This is going to be very intriguing. Do we look forward? Do we get that Braun Breaker coming out saying, no, I've still got a chip on my shoulder? Do we get CM Punk coming out and doing the thank you to Braun Breaker for that war last week that those two went through?
Or do we even get somebody like unexpected showing up?
Right? Well, I mean, we say unexpected, but I'm going to ask, we just saw it a few minutes ago. Do Liv Morgan's words resonate with Finn Balor?
I would love Finn and CM Punk to have a match.
Right? And Punk milking in every moment from the Dusseldolf crowd.
As he should be. As he should be.
Of course. CM Punk saying that with the people having his back, he feels like he can do the impossible and he wants to be the champ forever, as outlandish as that may seem.
Well, Punk's saying that the vision is in his rearview mirror. And here comes the Judgment Day Finn Balor. I like this. I love this. I just hope it's not next week's match. I kind of would like this to be at Saturday night's main event or at the Rumble, maybe.
I'm with you there, but you got to think that with Raw being in Belfast, Ireland next week,
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because Balor coming out to his own Tron, yes, he's got the Judgment Day music, but it's his own Tron, not the Judgment Day Tron for him.
Well, I mean, he's coming out on his own. He's not coming out with the Judgment Day. It's kind of like DX, right?
Right.
The Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. Sure, they were members of the New Age Outlaws, but they each had their own theme song. X-Pac had his own theme. The only one who used the stable theme at that time was Hunter. And China, I think. All right, forget Ireland. It's happening tonight. Or is it? But I like how I like how Punk got under his skin here, and it's intriguing to me, and I'll bring it up here because Balor's now talking in a moment.
So Finn Balor coming out saying timing is everything. I won't be alone. I will have the crowd next week in Belfast, as I've watched you take advantage of the home crowd in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And Punk coming out and apologizing because he wanted to work tonight for Dusseldolf, put the title on the line, and then apologizing ahead of time for the people in Belfast for putting Finn to sleep.
Yeah, and that brings me to the point that I was going to make before Finn started talking. We heard Punk get under his skin a little bit, saying, "I don't want Finn. I want Finn Balor. I don't want Finn Balor from the Judgment Day." That leads me to believe that a certain demon is coming back, because Finn Balor himself has said he wants to bring the demon back at some point.
Yes, he does.
As we were looking at a promo package for AJ Styles and Gunther a little later on tonight, we're looking at how Gunther retired John Cena. I'm starting to get a little tired of them showing this as part of Gunther's package.
Right.
And I understand it's the most recent thing Gunther has done, but
I've reiterated this time and again, I am not a fan of this trajectory for Gunther. That's telling me that now it's plateaued for him, so to speak, and that he's maybe not as concerned about getting the title back. And now retiring people is all he's got left.
I mean, what if somewhere in this feud this leads to AJ winning the title?
That would be awesome. And this is where I think maybe a change of scenery for Gunther and moving him to SmackDown would be beneficial.
And here we go right now. Triple threat tag team titles. Number one contendership here.
Wow. Seems a little bit early. I mean, we've only just really started the show.
If you think about this, though, we're watching a taped edition of Raw. So again, everybody in the audience, everybody's watching us, please, no spoilers. So when they were watching this at 2 p.m., this match probably aired at 3 p.m.
Right. And as we await the arrival of all three teams to the ring, ladies and gentlemen, please go ahead and check out our shop at carlcarafel.redbubble.com.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at carlcarafel.redbubble.com.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, carlcarafel.redbubble.com for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program merchandise needs. Support your favorite shows, support your favorite podcasters, wear what we wear, and all of the merch there, or all of your proceeds there, come back into our studios to deliver you a better experience, whether you're watching us or just listening in podcast form. And ladies and gentlemen, as well, while you're at carlcarafel.redbubble.com, head on over to turnbucklestudios.org for all of your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs. Meet the team, Chris Best, myself, Bubba Duke, Chris Parrish, and Carl Carafel under the host section. Get our socials, watch our latest weekly live episodic shows. As well, hit the join button, send us your credentials, tell us how you can help us, how you feel we can help you. And ladies and gentlemen, we can sit down from there as a collective and figure out the best fit. TurnbuckleStudios.org and carlcarafel.redbubble.com for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs. As we do have, looks like Bailey and Oscar starting things out. Liv, we're going to start it off with 3 of them. Okay.
Yeah, that's how triple threat tag title matches work now, or tag team matches work now. All 3 members, 1 member from each team in the ring.
And Bobby Batito coming in saying hello, guys. Good evening, Bobby. Great to see you, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. As always, we greatly, greatly appreciate you. And it's always, always a wonderful Monday here at the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program when we hear from our boy, Bobby Stats.
Oscar taking firm control of the match right now. Oh, now all 6 women are in the ring.
And Liv was the only one who got over to make a legitimate tag.
Kyrie and Oscar made a tag, as did Lyra and Bailey.
Oh, I missed those ones. I only saw the Liv tag.
Yeah, Oscar made a tag while dragging Liv over to their corner. Bailey made a tag when she rolled over to the corner where Lyra was standing.
And now Kyrie and Roxanne, seeming like they were going to start working together until Roxanne pulled Kyrie down.
Bobby Stad saying he just liked the video. Thank you very much for that like, Bobby.
You the man, Bobby. And he says, we always make his Monday great. We appreciate that, Bobby. So thank you so much for your kind words. Roxanne looked like she was going to try for Pop Rocks out of the corner, but was shrugged off there.
And we got the typical airplane spin spot where the wrestler gets kicked in the face. That's one of my favorite triple threat spots. Yeah, Raw next week in Belfast, Ireland. Special start time at 3 p.m. But over here in the Raw Patrol, we're going to be airing it at 8 p.m. Eastern, just as we usually do.
Yes, we will. And Lyra with that beautiful drop kick through the top and middle ropes.
Well, now we got all 6 women brawling on the outside, and Kyrie going upstairs. What has she got on her mind? I'd say a crossbody on everyone.
Probably.
Or an insane elbow on everyone.
And now Kyrie grabbing the mic or the camera, sorry, not the mic.
Okay. And now I'm in commercial break.
Oh, well. I have Asuka hitting a code breaker on Bailey. Who then comes back with a big boot to Asuka. Asuka trying to crawl to her corner. All three women trying to crawl to their respective corners. Asuka with the tag. Bailey with the tag. Roxanne could not make the tag. But Liv now eating a bunch of boots from Lyra, even though she was in the ring illegally. Lyra has now asserted control of the match. We had a 2 count there from Lyra Valkyria on Roxanne Perez. Lyra now focusing on some Kyrie and trying to squish Kyrie in between the top and second turnbuckle. Bailey came in to subvert Asuka. Now we've got Bailey and Lyra looking for a superplex on Kyrie. But here comes the Judgment Day. Are we going to get the Tower of Doom out of the corner? You better believe we are. As Roxanne and Liv came in and hit that double power bomb on Bailey and Lyra as they suplexed Kyrie from the top rope.
And of course, I've got a commercial for the January 23rd edition of SmackDown and Saturday night's main event.
And Asuka just hit a double German suplex on Bailey and Lyra.
Well, I got Bailey wringing Asuka's neck on the ropes. And Asuka hitting a code breaker.
Asuka preventing a pinfall there when Kyrie had the pin. Asuka was in blocking the ref from getting into position. And a backstabber there from Liv to Bailey. Knee to the face from Asuka to Liv. Roxy just face plants Asuka and eats a back elbow from Kyrie.
I've got Lyra drilling the shoulder into Kyrie's stomach right now.
Oh, beautiful elbow there from Bailey. And Asuka coming in, making the save there. Bobby, I am 100% with you as he's saying Liv Morgan is one of his picks that he'd like to see win the Rumble this year. I actually do have Liv as my pick from Raw to win the Rumble.
And now I'm getting the Tower of Doom spot. I'm way behind you.
Okay, I will pause it.
So I just got the Tower of Doom. What move just finished off for you?
I'm not sure. I have Kyrie's just whipped Roxanne into the ropes and she's hooked the top rope.
Okay.
I am at, if you just give me 1 second to go and get a closer look at my screen.
I've got Asuka delivering a series of German suplexes. Lyra's about to stop. And I think this is where, yeah, the double German's going to happen.
We do have to emphasize, ladies and gentlemen, that because Raw was shown live earlier today, please no spoilers, because we want to see and keep up with this for ourselves as well. And this is just the time that works best for everybody here at the Raw Patrol.
And now head scissors from Lyra. Or I mean Roxanne. Kairi's on the top rope. She's hit the crossbody. Lyra caught her. Did you see that spot?
Yep.
Okay. And it looks like they're looking for They totally are. Demolition decapitation they were looking for.
And Bobby coming in saying he's watching Raw just like we are. Well,
Yeah.
We greatly appreciate that, Bobby. It's not always feasible for us to watch Raw live.
Just got the pop rocks from Roxanne.
Okay, so you must have moved past me then.
On to Bailey. Roxanne Irish whip and the hook the ropes.
Okay.
Kairi just ate a kick to the head.
Yep, that's where I'm at.
Yep. So you missed the pop rocks on Bailey.
I did.
And
Oblivion.
And that's, well, I kind of figured that Liv and Roxy were going to be the ones who do it.
So did I. But
I don't think this ends the multi-woman feud.
No, I don't either.
I think this just further asserts Judgment Day's involvement in this feud, because even though like it was like what, a month and a half ago that they announced that they were going after the tag titles, we really hadn't seen like them trying to get involved in all of the battles that are going on in the women's tag division.
Right.
So now with this win, they are now cemented as a member of this feud, and this match is going to take place at Saturday night's main event.
Yes, it is Saturday, January 24th. I am excited, people.
PLE Patrol, 8 p.m. Eastern, guys, for that.
There you go.
It's going to be a ruckus crowd. Look, it's going to be a ruckus crowd that night because they're going to be in Montreal.
They are.
If only we had the money to travel there, because
Right.
It's literally, for those of you who don't know, it's literally like about an 11-hour car ride, I would have to assume, to get to Montreal.
Well, it's about 12 to go from here to Ottawa, and then you're looking at about another 2. So you're looking at about 14 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And now we are getting a recap of Becky Lynch getting cost the Intercontinental Championship by AJ Lee. Now that Becky has this, do we get that match that we have all been clamoring for between Becky Lynch and AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship?
That all depends on if Maxine gets her rematch, because I get a feeling, based off what happened last week, Maxine is going to want a rematch. Adam Pearce is going to be like, you know what? You're right. She cheated. You're getting your rematch. It's happening.
Yeah.
Hey, look, the rematch is next week.
There we go. So we're getting Becky and Maxine for the Intercontinental Championship next week. Punk versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Two things I can see happening in that matchup, and as we're seeing a commercial for WWE Unreal, two things I can see happening in that women's Intercontinental title match. One, Jessica Carr is the official.
Yep.
And the other one, AJ Lee shows up and costs her once again.
Yep, I could absolutely see it 100% with you. But as Mr. Best mentioned, they are advertising WWE Unreal. So we want to advertise all of the wonderful programming we have going on here each and every night of the week at the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday we go TNA when we brace for Impact at 7:55 p.m. Eastern. Friday we secure all details as we answer the call for the SmackDown security detail at 8 p.m. Eastern. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Sundays be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Something for you each and every night of the week at Turnbuckle Studios. And ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't even count our special events like the PLE Patrol coming up on January 24th and again on January 31st for Saturday night's main event and the Royal Rumble, respectively. But, ladies and gentlemen, for all that information and more, head over to turnbucklestudios.org and meet the team. Chris Best, myself, Bubba Duke, Chris Parrish, and Carl Carafel under the host section. Get all of our socials there. Watch our latest weekly live episodic shows. The Locker Room Breakdown just went up. Go to the shop. Buy the merch. Wear what we wear. Support your favorite shows. Support your favorite podcasts here at Turnbuckle Studios. And ladies and gentlemen, I can't stress this enough. Hit that join button. Send us your info. Tell us how we can help you and how you feel you can help us. And we can sit down as a collective and figure out the best fit. Turnbucklestudios.org, ladies and gentlemen, for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs.
Not gonna lie, Dusseldolf looks like a town I would want to visit.
Right?
I'm at commercial again.
Oh.
What have you got?
I am looking outside at downtown Las Vegas.
Okay. I'm going to try something. Go ahead and pause it on your side. And then when I come back to commercial, I'll let you know where we are. This is a bit stupid. Because I did that thing where we're supposed to fast forward through and all that. But it is what it is. Netflix got to advertise their things. But yeah, guys, as OMD was mentioning for our shows, be sure to tune in tomorrow night, 8:05 p.m. Eastern for Turnbuckle Talk. We got ourselves a special guest joining the show tomorrow night.
That we do, ladies and gentlemen. We are very, very excited to have this special guest on Turnbuckle Talk. Chris Best, myself, Carl Carafel, and said guest, discussing everything going on in the world of wrestling.
Yeah, and we've got a very intriguing discussion tomorrow that you guys may want to tune in for. So I've got to ask, early predictions for Saturday night's main event. What have you got for that women's tag team title? Who do you expect to see in that fatal four-way?
In the women's tag team championship match, which is now set,
Mm-hmm.
I think that given the history of Liv and Rhea and where everything is headed, I am going to take the Judgment Day, Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez, to come out with your women's world tag team championships. Do I think it's too soon to take the belts off of Rio? Yes, but we also know the credibility that Liv and Roxanne can actually give those belts. And it's just as much credibility as Rio. So I'm not going to knock them. I think that that's going to be an interesting feud, and it can keep Liv, Rhea, and Io away from the women's world title for
I've got the Vegas Skyline. I'm looking at the casino with the balloon that says Paris on it.
Okay, so I just passed the MGM, and I'm looking at two massive towers, and I'm back as they are interviewing Maxine.
Now I've got the interview with Maxine, and Otis is dressed up in a house coat of some kind.
Oh, Maxine doing the same thing that Liv did and challenging Otis and Tozawa to believe in themselves. And then telling Becky Lynch that next week she's going to put her in an ankle lock and break her ankle.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Otis and Tozawa interject themselves into the tag team scene over on Raw. And here's that Michael Cole thing that I was telling you about.
Yes, Michael Cole interviewing Raquel Rodriguez at the top of the entrance ramp.
I've always said this with the new setup. I would love to see the Mean Gene spot come back. The Mean Gene spot, for all you younger fans, was a spot where Mean Gene, it was just a stand where Mean Gene would go and stand and do a weekly interview on Superstars or Wrestling Challenge. And it was used as a way to further any feuds that they couldn't focus on that week.
Raquel saying, feel sorry for Stephanie when I'm done with her, and referred to herself as big, sexy Raquel Rodriguez. But Stephanie coming out and staring her down. Stephanie again saying that her ankle injury will not stop her, and Raquel, come and get it. For Raquel to come back out and ambush Stephanie, and now taking the belt right to her.
Yeah, what's that saying that JR used to say? She's being whipped like a government mule.
We are getting a look at Drew McIntyre, our new undisputed WWE champion on SmackDown.
I've got a commercial break again.
As he made his return to Glasgow, Scotland over the weekend.
Yeah.
But still has the Cody side plates on the title.
I'm going to ask you to pause it so that we can stay caught up here a little bit. These commercials are a bit much for me.
I was going to say.
But we are looking at, I'm looking at, once again, the promotion for Saturday night's main event in
Montreal.
In Montreal alongside SmackDown. I'm surprised they're not promoting Raw, because isn't Raw supposed to be in Toronto?
Raw is in Toronto 2 nights after Saturday night's main event.
I would be promoting all 3 of those in that one commercial. We need Scott Stanford back, people.
Yes, we do. I am looking at Jey Uso on the phone in the locker room.
Is that what you're paused at? Okay. And now I'm getting a commercial for just Netflix in general.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, we do ask no spoilers, please. Because we do know that Raw aired earlier today. We just, of course, don't have time to watch it and necessarily go live mid-afternoon with the Raw Patrol. Just because Mondays are our only days to actually get things done.
Okay, so here's the thing with these commercials when we get them, right? I don't mind that we're getting them because at least they're doing what I said that they should be doing, and that's promoting like any new stuff that Netflix has got going on.
Right.
I say that because they're promoting a new live action Avatar: The Last Airbender coming to Netflix. I guess it's going to be the TV series. I'm sort of intrigued in checking that out.
Right.
And that's a positive with these ads too. Like I don't, even though in this commercial break I saw a commercial for like the new Heinz mayo flavors. I'm like, I don't really want to see that.
Right.
Give me commercials like promoting WWE products. Give me commercials that promote like different shows that you can watch on Netflix to allow Netflix viewers who only subscribe for WWE to expand their horizons and watch other shows.
Right? I'm going to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. My Netflix is primarily used for WWE. However, on Thursdays and Fridays when I am at work until 8 p.m., I watch different series on my tablet, on Netflix. so that I have something to watch. That
Jay's
isn't-
on the phone. Yeah, that isn't WWE, right? And that's the same thing for me, but it's more or less something to fill out my days when I'm not doing anything. And we've got Otis and Tozawa talking with Jay.
And Otis and Tozawa stepping up to Jay. So we are getting a lot of this. Now let's get these new people that we haven't seen in quite some time and get them focused. We saw it with Liv and Finn. We saw it with Maxine, and now and into this situation.
What worries me about these, though, is I don't want these to be one-offs.
Right.
Because I know Otis and Tozawa may not be successful in gaining the tag team titles,
Right.
but I don't want them to just fade into obscurity after having the title match.
Right. As we did see coming out of this, Bronson Reed and Austin Theory in the ring with Logan Paul at ringside as Dragon Lee makes his way out. And Dragon Lee is going to be teaming with Penta, and they will have Rey Mysterio in their corner. Is this a new take on the LWO?
I think it's safe to say that I know that we've seen Ray. He still has some LWO things with him. Same goes for Dragon Lee, but we haven't seen Joaquin Wilde or Cruz del Toro. Well, on WWE TV, they've been in AAA lately.
Right.
I think it's safe to say that the LWO thing is probably dead and buried right now.
Right.
In WWE, because again, Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde have been doing the LWO thing in AAA.
Right. Now, I'm going to put this one out. Could we see Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro return with a new yet old partner and somebody else who we have not seen make his return to the WWE? And I am talking about Santos Escobar and the original LDF.
I think we could, but this is where, and I know that I'm going to probably get a little bit of flack for it, but I think this is where you can put, why am I blanking on his name? You just mentioned him. Leader
Ray?
of LD. No.
Joaquin Wilde, Cruz del
No.
Toro, Ray Fenix.
No, we didn't mention Ray Fenix at all. Leader of he was the leader of LDF.
Santos Escobar.
There we go. This is where I think with Santos, you could do what they were going to do with Andrade.
Okay.
You separate him from Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde. You separate him from all of that Latino stuff. And you have him, because I think this would be a fantastic match. Put him in that U.S. title hunt over on SmackDown. Have him go up against Mello. Have him go up against Tama Tonga, whoever becomes the U.S. champion.
Okay.
because we all know that those U.S. title opens have been fantastic matches, and Santos Escobar can put on a fantastic match against either one of those men who are involved in that situation.
Absolutely, he could. So the information I was given is that Ray was supposed to be in Penta and Dragon Lee's corner. I'm not seeing him. I'm intrigued by this pairing of Austin Theory and Bronson Reed. I'm wondering, though, if Logan Paul would have been a better fit in this situation to team with Theory, because this all started with a Logan Paul Ray match.
Yeah, I realized you said Ray in their corner, and I'm like, wait, why would Ray Fenix be in their corner? Because he's over on SmackDown. But Rey Mysterio would make sense, but I feel like this is going to lead to a 6-man match, more than likely.
Right.
Just to give the rest of the division something to do. I kind of the way I've been looking at the division is I look at Braun Breaker. He's the guy who should be going after the world heavyweight title.
Okay.
I would slot Bronson Reed into going after the Intercontinental title once Dom drops it, possibly.
Right.
And I feel like, based off what I saw last week with Logan Paul and Austin Theory as a tag team, I feel like there's your tag team to go after the tag team titles.
Right. I'm going to be honest with you and saying, for me, I would flip Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at Bronson's track record over the better part of 2025. And he was perhaps the best and the most dominant of them. And I find that Braun Breaker really is overhyped by Paul Heyman. Yes, he can deliver in the ring, but he was more put into that enforcer's role towards the end of the year for Bronson Reed than the other way. So I would put Bronson Reed as being that guy to challenge for the title.
I just had this other thought too. We've talked about factions who have dominated in the Royal Rumble. I think the Vision could very well be the faction that dominates in the Royal Rumble this year.
Yep.
And there's a part of me that thinks that all the members of the Bloodline, or not the Bloodline, the MFT, could show their way in there. And we talked about faction standoffs. What if that's the faction standoff we see in that Rumble?
Right. We're talking about faction standoffs. Could we wind up at a point with not necessarily the whole faction, but 2 or 3 members of the MFTs, 2 or 3 members of the Wyatts, 2 or 3 members of the Vision at once?
Yeah, that's
for that standoff.
That's very interesting.
I think to try and have all 5 members of each faction in there standing off. Well, there's 15 members of your 30.
It'd be 14 because there's only 4 members of the Vision. Well, 5 if you want to count Paul Heyman, but Paul Heyman would not be wrestling in the Royal Rumble. But yeah, that's half the Rumble. So yeah.
Hey, let's not forget that R-Truth threatened to eliminate Heyman from the Royal Rumble a few years ago.
At the same time, though, it could be very possible that not all of the members from these factions are going to be in the Royal Rumble. Like maybe next week during the Punk Balor match, maybe we see the return of Braun Breaker. And I'm saying the return because I'm not sure if he's even going to be on this show tonight at this point in the game.
Right.
And he maybe comes out and I'm going to say after the match and beats up Punk to set up another title match.
Right. And What a DDT there from Dragon Lee onto Bronson Reed.
It just occurred to me, and it's probably because this wrestler is still fresh in my brain because I was just with him on Wednesday. But Bronson Reed gives me AJ Sanchez vibes.
Okay. I can see it. What a backstabber there from Penta onto Theory.
Oh, sorry, I had to stretch my back there.
No worries. And a double super kick.
To like everybody, basically.
Yep.
Oh, Dragon Lee taken to the air right now. Oh, there's a match I wouldn't mind seeing, or a tag team I wouldn't mind seeing. Javon Evans and Dragon Lee.
Huh?
Oh, well, there's Braun Breaker.
Okay, so now you've gotten ahead of me.
Yeah, you're about to see him get spear the snot out of Dragon Lee.
I just
Dragon Lee took a baseball slide almost to the underneath of the ring there.
Yes, he did. And Braun Breaker just crushed Penta.
Well, that's going to do it for this tag team match.
Yes, it is.
Because it's it's clear that Adam Pearce stopping him.
Adam Pearce right in Braun Breaker's face. But Bronson Reed is going for the tsunami in the background on Penta. And now Adam Pearce getting in there and in Bronson Reed's face. Braun Breaker throwing Adam Pearce into the corner and getting in his face, being restrained by the Vision. Adam Pearce not backing down, still trying to get in the face of the Vision as they're trying to make their way out of the ring and up the entryway.
Yeah, Pierce was not taking his crap there. I was trying to listen in to what Pierce was trying to tell him because it felt like Pierce was getting ready to suspend Braun Breaker.
Right? And Logan Paul literally telling Adam Pearce he is going to unalive you.
It just leads me to it just further leads me to believe that we are going to see We're going to see the Vision step into that championship match next week.
I think so.
Or Adam Pearce is going to say, hey, no, you guys are banned from ringside.
Yeah. Well, it would have to be barred from the arena.
Mm-hmm. But based off their actions, it seems like the way Pierce was mentioning to Logan Paul too, there's going to be some fines on the way.
Oh, yes. As we now see Penta and Dragon Lee in the trainer's room.
What did I say?
Yep. Paul Heyman raising a very valid point there, saying, from my vantage point, you put your hands on Braun Breaker first.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I guess Hunter put out this challenge for all these celebrities to give him some ideas for WrestleMania, and
Yep.
it's a little bit out there, some of them ideas.
Yes, especially Tony Hinchcliffe becoming your women's world champion.
I mean, he'd only be the second man to do it.
Right?
For those who forgot, the first man who did it was Harvey Whippleman,
Yes, he did.
only to lose it to Jacqueline. And next week, Belfast, Ireland.
Yes.
It's going to be interesting to see which of the two Irish Championship matches are going to be headlining.
Right?
Because, as mentioned, Becky is going to be defending the Intercontinental title against
Maxine Dupree.
Maxine. And then Finn Balor has the the World Heavyweight title match against CM Punk.
Yes. I have to ask, do we go into that next week? We know that Finn is going to get the babyface pop. Do we get, and I know you suggested the Demon, but do we get Finn's old entrance music and the babyface Finn Balor that we all loved?
That's what I'm wondering about too. And we're looking at a promo package for Obafemi and the destruction he's caused in NXT.
Yep.
And the destruction he could very well cause depending on which roster he's going to.
And do we find that out? I'm going to say it's Saturday night's main event or at the Royal Rumble, or do we wait until afterwards?
And tomorrow we find out what exactly is going to happen with the NXT Championship as well. You know what I would do for NXT? A 10-man Royal Rumble. Or a 10 or 15-man. Winner gets the NXT title.
See, I would do a 16-person tournament because you've got the crossover with TNA. And
but we're already doing a tournament this Friday though.
Yeah, but that's 4 winners for a fatal 4-way. I say we do 16 down to 8, down to 4, down to 2. And then you crown your new NXT champion at Stand and Deliver. As AJ Styles is making his way to the ring for our main event of the evening, as he will go one-on-one with the Austrian, but Germany's favorite, Gunther.
And Dusseldorf looks like a beautiful city.
Germany just looks like a beautiful country all around.
Mm-hmm.
Even with everything that happened prior to our lifetimes, just the culture and the history there would be.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't looking so pretty in 1939. But that's neither here nor there. It's been over 80 years since all that stuff happened. It is a place I would gladly visit, but I'm also I'm of the type, as Gunther is cutting a promo before he heads to the ring here. I'm just of the type that if I'm going to go, if somebody says, "Hey, let's go to this place," and I've never been there, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go check it out. I have a few countries on my list though that I'd be like, no, I don't want to go there.
No, I'm with you.
As the Ring General is now going to make his presence felt.
I can hear your kitty.
That's Jinx. Gunther. I love that he's coming out in his ring robe and all that now.
I like it, but I think I just got so used to the jacket that I do miss it. But I also know he doesn't have anybody to catch the jacket anymore.
The way Ludwig Kaiser used to catch that jacket and just no sell it, basically, like, yep, I know I did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is our main event of the evening.
And Alicia Taylor takes her place in the center of the ring to introduce the competitors. I do wish that for the main events of the evening, whether it's a situation like this where there is so much pride on the line between these two men or a title match, you do like they do with Saturday night's main event and bring that down, that drop down dual mic.
I kind of wouldn't mind, like we talked about, I've talked in the past about how, like, if you want to put something on the line in a match like this, you very easily could. In this case, why not make it so that the winner of the match gets the number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble? The loser has to enter number 1.
Right?
That's a stipulation. We haven't seen it since they first introduced it back in 96. That I would love to see come back.
Right? The other thing that I have to admit that I would love to see in a situation like that where you're looking to put something on the line is a loser leaves the brand. So, like, hypothetically, if AJ Styles gets the win, Gunther leaves Raw and goes to SmackDown or returns to NXT.
Yeah.
So, and ladies and gentlemen, AJ Styles, this is just the start of a very, very busy week as he will be making an appearance on TNA Impact this coming Thursday as it makes its debut on AMC.
I do hope that this is a straightforward match, but at the same time, I kind of want to see AJ take this win if you want to continue this feud.
Yeah.
Because then you can do it like if AJ takes the win, you can set it up so that Gunther just becomes obsessed with wanting to beat AJ.
Right.
AJ gets the one up on him in this match. Maybe eliminates him in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Eliminates him at the Chamber. Like AJ's got his number at this point, and then Gunther just beats the tar out of him, we'll say at WrestleMania or something like that,
Right.
you know?
Right. See, and we've never seen Gunther develop that obsession with anybody.
And that could be something fresh to what they're doing with Gunther. Because we've seen it where Gunther would get like a bunch of wins and then suddenly get real cocky, only
Yep.
to lose to the underdog.
Right? We saw it with Sami Zayn at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship.
We saw it with Jey Uso last year.
I know. That was my next.
That was your next point. Yeah.
That was my next point. But then Gunther always gets his comeuppance in the next match.
I don't think he did with Sammy, though. Because after he lost the Intercontinental, he moved right into the World Heavyweight title picture.
Gunther really not knowing what to do with the speed of AJ Styles here. Gunther
there is one thing that's going to be working in AJ's favor in this match, and that's in-ring experience.
Yes. But Gunther has not been able to get this match down to the methodical, technical pace.
Yeah, to his way of wrestling. And that's what AJ does not need Gunther to do.
Right.
And if you look at it this way, when Gunther beat John Cena, you got to look at like how many matches John Cena had over the year versus how many matches AJ Styles has had over the year.
Yeah.
AJ's a bit more well-oiled in that situation.
Yeah. What a chop there from Gunther, knocking AJ off the top rope. As I got a replay of Gunther laying a big boot into AJ and now a massive back body drop.
Come on, you got to do it like Vince. Back body drop. Honestly, that's one of the things I do miss about his commentary was the way he would emphasize that back, and then the moment the wrestler hit the mat, he would finish it with the body drop.
And Gunther now just turning AJ's chest into hamburger meat with those chops.
Yeah, no matter what strikes AJ seems to throw at him right now, Gunther's got an answer.
Yeah, Gunther ate the spinning back fist setup there from AJ and came back and just flattened him with the clothesline.
And I got to wonder, with the way he's been delivering clotheslines lately, I got to wonder if he went to the JBL school of clotheslines. Because if there was one wrestler who could deliver a good clothesline, JBL was that guy.
And AJ Styles following your advice and taking Gunther out at the knees.
I always say that, man. When you're the smaller wrestler taking on the bigger dude, go for the knees. It's something I used to do in my matches, like when helping smaller wrestlers plan matches against me. Go for my knees. It's probably why I have knee problems these days. Not and marching on hard floors for 3 years will do that. And Gunther taking a calf crusher right now, and I've been in those. They actually hurt.
Yes, they do. Gunther ate the Pele kick but didn't go down. But then, yes, AJ rolled him into the calf crusher.
But Gunther using all of his strength to get to that bottom rope.
Yep. Gunther gets back to his feet, and then
AJ tried to readjust himself, but Gunther caught him after he fixed himself there.
Yes. AJ got caught up on the top rope for a moment and
got a little top heavy on that top rope. I would have just flipped into the ring. But
Gunther now applying that sleeper hold in the ropes.
Well, AJ just hit the dragon screw on Gunther. And that's what I like about wrestling these days. Going back to the back body drop, the dragon screw. We're starting to see a lot of older wrestling maneuvers again, and I'm all for that.
Me too. I mean, Gunther had his 450 leg drop coming onto the back of Gunther's knee.
I haven't seen
not
AJ
quite a 450, but
I haven't seen AJ throw something like that since his days in TNA.
Right? Wasn't quite a 450, but
it looked close enough to Cold Scorpio's 450. And you and I would know. We've seen. You were at the Two Cold Scorpio show, right? Yeah,
I was there,
and we would know. We've seen Two Cold throw that maneuver. Well, we saw Vinny throw that maneuver too. Oh, that was close. That was very close there.
Yes.
And we talk about the experience of AJ, but the experience of Gunther coming into play, knowing that Pele kick was on its way.
Yes. And then Gunther stutter stepping to build up the momentum.
I thought he was just trying to fix his boot a little bit because that's something I used to do when I would have problems with my boot.
And I mean, what a power bomb there from Gunther, but AJ able to kick out.
What a match this has been, guys.
Yes, it has. And Gunther now calling for AJ to hit him. Gunther seems to be having a hard time trying to build some momentum to even get to the ropes there as well.
Excuse me. Well, both men teeing off on each other with those forearms. Well, sorry, Gunther's kind of like slapping the AJ.
AJ going for the strikes to the face. Gunther with the body blows. And AJ right back to that calf crusher.
Yeah. Oh, I thought Gunther was looking for a sleeper, and we were going to see like a sleeper calf crusher combo.
Right?
Instead, he decided to take AJ's head and bounce it off the canvas like a basketball.
Yeah. Looked like he was going for the lay down Uranagi. And Gunther with that beautiful shotgun drop kick.
Yeah, but AJ just not letting up on that calf crusher.
No, he is not.
I mean, AJ did say tonight that his goal was to submit Gunther.
Yes, it was. He did say he was going to make him tap out.
And that's what I like about what they're doing with this. I mean, like, the calf crusher is typically it is a devastating maneuver, but I like how they're making it's just completely debilitating Gunther at this point.
Yes.
Oh, AJ said he felt Gunther tap.
Did Gunther tap on the opposite side of the ref?
Oh no, there's the low blow. We're gonna need a camera, a replay to see what happened there.
Yes, we are.
But there's that power bomb in the 3 count. And I'm not talking about Sugar Shane Helms or
Evan
Courageous or Shannon Moore.
Well, and you took the words right out of my mouth because I was going to say I don't see them there. And let's not forget about Tank Abbott joining them after.
Yeah, he joined as the super fan. I liked Tank Abbott during that time, not gonna lie, but there's the tap right there. Referee was on the other side. So this gives AJ more ammo to go after Gunther.
Yes, it does.
And it's because of the referees, dare I say it, ill positioning, I want to say.
Yes. AJ did the right thing. He had the tap. He got up, let the hold go.
But at the same time, AJ was in a position to see where the ref was.
Yep.
So if I were AJ, and I'm thinking a little bit more logically, I would have signaled to the ref he's tapping and not let go of the hold.
As Gunther comes away with the victory in our main event over AJ Styles. I don't remember. At WrestleMania last year, did Gunther tap out or did he pass out to Jey Uso?
I think he tapped. No, I think I'm going to have to go back and watch that Mania. I've been meaning to do it anyways. But yeah, that's going to do it for this show. More ammo for AJ is all I got to say to get another match in. Gunther's probably going to duck him at this point.
Yep.
But overall, let's give your thoughts on the show while you give your socials out there, OMD.
This was a fantastic show. It's really set up a lot on the road to not only Saturday night's main event, but the Royal Rumble as well. And where we can go from there. We are going to have, now we've got 2 more title matches next week on this European tour. In Finn Balor and Punk next week, as well as Maxine and Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. We don't know what's going to happen with Otis and Tozawa now versus the Usos. Do we go in that direction next week?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of answers, and a lot more questions, and I am intrigued. I am here for it, ladies and gentlemen. But if you're looking for me, it is my link tree, linktr.ee/OMD show. Also, under the host section at turnbucklestudios.org. Mr. Best, over to you, good sir.
Yeah, the only thing that annoyed me during this show was the abundance of commercials I got. But other than that, the show was fine. I'm looking forward to this AJ Gunther saga a little bit more. I'm looking forward to next week with Finn Balor and CM Punk, because I have been ready for a few years now for Finn Balor to be in the championship matchup. Give me 1 second here. Okay, I thought I was going to sneeze, but apparently not. I'm looking forward to this Finn Balor thing. I'm very curious about where it's going to go if Finn Balor doesn't win the championship next week. I'm very curious about how Liv and Roxanne and Raquel are going to react to this situation. But if you guys want to find me, you can look for me at my socials, which is just simply my link tree, linktr.ee/Chris_best83. OMD. What are those words we like to go out on?
Ladies and gentlemen, always remember the world is better with you in it. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, to those of you out there wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.